Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. Hope you guys are doing well today. And in this video, we're going to be looking at the level 13 dungeon, some tips, tricks, and all that good stuff. So first things first, what you want to do is go and check this little buddy over here. And we're going to want to get all of our gear. So we're going to want to buy all the pieces for our set. It's going to be the best gear you can get at the time. And buy yourself some potions if you haven't already got some. You should have picked some up along the way, so I've still got these moderate ones, which is what I'll be using inside. You only really want potions for the first couple of runs, but they're always nice to have anyway. After that, we want to look at our ability tree, and the ability tree spends beryl gems, and we want to try and pick up a couple of things that will help us. So for me, I went for strength and wisdom, vitality, strength and wisdom, and physical defense. I don't think there is any magic damage in this, although there isn't any magic damage nodes this early anyway. I believe the first one is there. And these do change per class, so yeah, it's good to have a little bit of knowledge of what your class uses, but vitality and base stats like things like strength, wisdom, stuff like that is always good for your class. Non-chain skills, if you've got some good ones, so the best one for me, really, the only usable one for me is really Endure, and none of these give particularly much that I want to take, so I'm not going to be upgrading any of these. However, if you've got a good one, make sure you get it upgraded because it will help. We then go to the stance change skills and we use sapphires, so I have actually got some sapphires and I'm going to make use of them now. So I think I'm going to put it into execute. Take a little bit more damage. I'm also going to get the conversion effect on... In fact, no, I'm going to wait with that one. So we've got that in the other stance. Not really sure what I want at the moment. I mean, that's nice because it spreads things around, but at the moment, do I need that? Not really. That has a 7-second cooldown, so I want to see if I can reduce that a little bit. When heals on allies, heals the allies as much as 1300. I see I'm looking towards penalise, but again, you just want to play around with this stuff and kind of figure out what you want to do. So I am actually going to get this one, I think. Increases the damage. I don't need it by that much, and I will... Yeah, I'll do this one as well. So we'll try out for that for now, and let's go in. So there is three quests you can get for this. One of them is your story quest, which is the blue one up here. Sneak into Guiscardo's hideout and scope out the size of the rebel faction. You can also get defeat the henchmen. I believe there is another one also inside. So a couple of quests you want to do. They are good for XP, but looking at my health, already 6k. We're in a really good spot. In terms of the gear score, so you will get your level 11 weapons earlier. If you watch my new adventure series, you get to see whereabouts. 1700 gear score without the twink gear that I'm wearing at the moment. Doesn't really do too much, but it is nice to have the extra gear score. And we begin. So mobs in here aren't particularly difficult. They do give a lot of XP as well, which is pretty nice. And yeah, so we're just going to go through and basically try and just kill stuff. See how hard it is. See how we do. So I'm going to keep trying to dot the higher health ones so that I can spread the dots to the lower one and they basically get cleaved down. In terms of the XP is absolutely crazy at which it gives it to you. Although it really is kind of bosses that give you the XP, so I am going to try and rush a little bit quicker to the bosses. So just spamming that ability. It's nice to spam it, but it's not ideal. I should have put that on the other one, but we're going to try and spread the dots before it dies, maybe. Nah, it looks like we're not going to be able to. Get that 3-chain, swap over to this one, and boop. I missed. That's not good. But again, so none of these sort of normal mobs seem to have too many abilities. You can go and clear all them as well. I mean, ultimately, like I said, you want to try and run this as quick as you can and get towards the bosses, as the bosses do give a substantial amount more XP. I'm going to swing my hammer about and we'll kill stuff. So I'm actually going to drop these dots onto this, get that 3-chain, and this is the first difficult pack that you're going to see in the entire dungeon. We're going to try and cleave everything down, get them dots spread. So have I got dots on either of these? I do, so I'm just going to, again, try and keep up the dots on as many things as possible. Put some dots on him. And Again, each class will have different ways that it deals with these rooms. As Guardian, I kind of ran in and just AoE'd everything down. Didn't really have too much of an issue. As Zerka, I just walked in and pressed 3 buttons and everything in the room died. And this was even after the nerf. As Mage, I actually struggled with this room. But again, I didn't have too much experience in Mage, and my Ranger isn't quite high enough to actually do this yet either. What you want to be looking for as you're doing this, though, and we can already see one, is the green sort of glow out of the bodies. So it's going to give you a wand, not particularly ideal. And as you can see, you can actually go 2 ways here. So this takes you to the first boss. This actually runs you directly to the last boss. Nice if you just want to speed run on like your last run or so, but you will end up experiencing a lockout if you do it more than, I think, like once or twice. So for me, I'm just going to keep clearing the entire run. Get these dots on everything. The execute, gonna hit, pow, and boom. So I haven't got food on at the moment. My food that I have got increases HP recovery rate, so it's kind of out of combat food more than anything else. And I've got potions if I should need them. I imagine bosses early on will be a little bit difficult, and that's why you want to make sure that you do have these consumables, because ultimately the bosses are a little bit of a pain. The second boss is kind of the hardest boss. So we got some gem fragments there, not too good, and there's our third quest. Heal ourselves up, knock him away, and pure. So I'm actually just going to try and spread this around. I actually aggroed the boss there. So the bosses are aggroable. Aren't like aggressive, they're neutral. So you have to hit them or aggro them or things like that. So if you want to clear the rest of the room around them, if you're not feeling too confident, you can definitely do that. For me, I'm feeling pretty confident with my pally at the moment that I can probably be pretty cocky. So that's just what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go for an execute here, so much this hits for. Hit for 300 damage, that's pretty damn high. And we're having no mana issues at the moment. I'm expecting that to be changed in the future for pallies, but at the moment, I'm just going to make use of it. So refresh our dot, swap over to the other one, and we're going to do a heal into the same combo again. Boom. So you want to try and rotate these 6 chains just to kill these bosses a little bit quicker. And ultimately, we're looking for our blue weapon. It can drop from the mobs, and if it does, that's a really big booster to how quick you can actually run this. So we've been here for a little while. I would say pallies are probably the slowest, however, like the safest. And we're going to get 2 pieces of gear. Now, we got an assassin and we got an assassin, so both of them absolutely terrible for me, so I'll save them for later, and we will be disenchanting them. Going to open this, and pretty easy. Run through, and this, I believe, is the beetle part. It is. So we're going to struggle a little bit here just because I have very little actual AoE, like active AoE. I have some cleave in terms of the dots, but yeah. Just to mention, that boss gave me 5,500 experience compared to the mobs that were giving me close on about like 100. Yeah, you could really see the difference. And I'm actually struggling to kill these right now. You can't avoid them, though, unfortunately. I don't think I'll have an issue surviving, but I really am going to struggle to actually have enough damage to insta-kill them like I would do. I mean, my Mage, my Zerka, my Guardian all had the ability to kind of walk through here, press 2 buttons, and they did die. So we're just going one mob at a time. These beetles are fantastic for killing as well, just because of how like how many greens they actually end up dropping. You can get your like upgraded weapons and things from here. Ah, you're gonna make me miss. That sucks. So we did level already. We literally came in here at 13, just dinged, and already 40. So not gonna have too many issues leveling through this way, and hopefully it gets a little bit quicker when we get some AoE spells. Some more gem fragments. That's just what I want. You can loot all the bodies. I would recommend it if you're desperate for money, because they do sell to the miscellaneous vendor for quite a bit. But at the moment, I'm not really having too much of an issue. So I'm going to actually try to knock that one towards the group. I did manage to pull it off as... Ah, what? Where did he go? Why did he go back over there? That sucks. So I was kind of hoping I could actually... There we go. I've actually aggroed the boss as well. And I would say this is the hardest boss in here. The hardest mob in here as well, actually. Like, it's just overall not a particularly nice mob to try and fight. Let's get this off. I'm going to try and execute. And I think my dots will run out on him in a second. So let's do that. Swap over. We're going to do one to spread the dots over and then a heal. So the boss doesn't get knocked back, so he's a good one to use my abilities on because I can make sure that everything's around it, and they're going to stay around it. Here's the first thing. He does an AoE thing. It hits for about 1,000, if I remember rightly, maybe 1,500. And he does cast it quite a bit, so you do have to be quite mobile to avoid it. Make sure that you're prepared to move out of it if things go wrong. Pop a bubble. Yeah, bubble hearth, easy. So we killed all the mobs, and considering I'm level 13, 14, and in blue gear, in green gear, you can see just how easy this dungeon is. A lot of people have been telling me that even after the changes they've been struggling. I really have to tell you that if you just play smart, play to your class's advantage, you can run this quite simply. But we're going to run through, heal up a little bit, and so again, this is so much slower than my Zerka. In terms of my Guardian, I was doing decent-ish speed, but my Zerka was just another level. My Mage, I actually struggled on these, and I think we just got our first piece of Paladin gear. Yay! So it actually has Wisdom and Vit as well, so perfect stats. So let's get that on. Mage. So Paladins actually make use of Intelligence and Vitality, so I'm just going to put this on. I lose a little bit of physical defense, but I'm actually going to gain damage, I believe. So let's put it on and have a laugh, shall we? Yeah, so if you actually go into your stats here, you can actually see the other things that you really can make use of. Let's go. We are going for a little bit of a brave pull here. I want to see if I can pull off. We're going to knock him against the wall, and then we're just going to start cleaving these down. Where is he? I'm not actually sure where he is right now, because he isn't where he thinks he is. So my dots aren't doing too much damage. It's not as if they're insta-killing the mobs when all my dots are on. But hey, let's knock it against that. That's probably a little bit better, isn't it? I'm trying to get everything grouped up a little bit again so I can start cleaving them down. I don't think the bowman is actually getting these stacks right now. Let's give a little heal, shall we? Because I'm taking some damage. And boom. So again, I'm playing incredibly greedy, like pretty quick as well. I mean, honestly, there we go. We've just got our 19 weapons. So when we get to 19, that's going to be a little bit of an upgrade for us. It's going to be quite nice to have. And yeah, it is RNG, but hey, I'm not going to complain about it. So we open the box, got a 940 XP boost, and let's move to the next boss. So this is the final boss in a second. And again, not taking us long to kill at all. We're not having too much issue. So hit him with my hammer. Hopefully going to be able to just shred this dog down pretty quickly. And boom. So we go into the final room, and there is a cutscene on your first kill. Don't worry about it, it doesn't happen every time. On your first kill there will be. And we see Guiscardo. So I'm going to start. I'm actually going to do my full proper rotation here, see how much damage we can get off. I'm going to chain him into another dot, into the execute. Didn't do too much damage, but hey, we are low level. And we're a paladin, so I don't think damage is quite in our repertoire yet. But hey, we're going to get all these dots up. Swap stance now. Go for a good 6-chain combo. Hit it as hard as we can. Not too hard, unfortunately. Reapply the dots, and we're just going to start cleaving these dogs down. In terms of health, having no real issues. Does do a little bit of an AoE. It hit me for like 600 then. I am obviously in plate gear, so you have to remember that I have a fair bit of physical defense. Does stun for like 2 seconds. So if you do get hit by it consistently, going to hurt. However, you really can move out of it. I'm getting stuck in the moment in animations and just a little bit of inexperience. I've not done this boss for a long while. But I'm going to cleave the dogs down, hopefully able to hit them off, which we are, heal up, and we don't have any issue at all. This boss is relatively easy, honestly. Hit 15, so 2 dings in one run. Got some Zerker gear, some Guardian gear, and some Ranger gear. So let's get the Zerker gloves on, because strength is definitely better for us. Now, you don't need to kill the treasure box. Honestly, I probably won't, but I just want to show you guys what's in it. It has a lot of health, unfortunately. Again, not really used to having this low of damage after playing a Zerker and a Guardian. Try and get as many executes off as possible at this point. So we have got our AoE now. So hopefully the beetles will go a little bit better next time. So it hits for 54. That's not particularly high, but if I do my dots beforehand, we should be good. So it drops crude shoulder recipe. So if you're looking to try and do crafting, maybe you want to kill that box. If you're not early on, I would say don't worry about it. But guys, that is our first run, or a quick run through of the first dungeon. Hope it's helped, hope you've seen the mechanics, and hope you're comfortable going in there yourselves. Thanks for watching, and catch you later, guys. Goodbye.